خزيانة مخبي بشينة اتيه الخرزة خاثة الدوراشة خرزة اتيو بتهمز مخبية بوت او خبرة تخشمية اسري اربا بيرخا برلمان د ارمينيا شقيلة لبسقانا بموضيطة بقتلد اما اطورايا ويونايا من اما ارمنايا شيتد البا وتشما وخمشسر هل شيتد البا وتشما واسري طلا بوتادخ اتمنى ميقرطة اناهيت خسرويفا تيلاغو ارمينيا وتيلا رابيتاغو بيت صوبي ماري خبشورايا بشينت اتيا منن اناهيت.
Thank you so much. Mr. Shamoun, I would like to thank you for having me in your program. It's really an honor for me to have this interview. Thank you so much.
The honor is for us. First of all, can you tell us a little about yourself, about your studying? What are you doing in Armenia?
Yes, I am Assyrian, half Armenian, but my father is Assyrian and my last name is Assyrian also, and I was born in Armenia. I went to school here and I got my PhD on genocide studies and particularly on Assyrian genocide. The subject of my thesis of PhD was the Assyrian genocide in the Ottoman Empire during World War I. And actually I am doing some commonalities and differences, historical differences between Armenian, Assyrian and Greek genocide, because all these three Christian nations were subjected to genocide by young Turks and Turks during World War I and after that until 1923. Actually also I teach in Yerevan State University and I work as a senior researcher in the Department of Armenian Genocide Studies in the National Academy of Sciences in Yerevan, and I teach in one of the universities in Chicago. I teach genocide studies also. So this is what I do.
Good. So let us, what about your view about the resolution adopted by the Armenian Parliament? Can you tell us?
Of course, actually not just for me. I'm sure all Assyrians around the world, they are very happy and they are proud with this resolution because, you know, especially when it comes from the Republic of Armenia. Because as I told earlier, Assyrians, Greeks and Armenians, they were subjected to genocide with the same enemy, young Turks and Kemal Turks. And also, like, you know, we have the same enemy, and Republic of Armenia supposed to be the first country who should recognize this Assyrian and Greek genocide, because these people, they were killed with them. I believe, in my opinion, it is a little late. It could be happening around like 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, but still it's never late, especially now when Armenia is going to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Armenian genocide, and you know, it happened exactly 1 month before. I think we should be very happy for that because it's like very historic moment for us.
So why did it come now, not earlier?
You know, I believe everything happening for some reason on the right time. This resolution was proposed around 5 years ago by one of the opposition parties in Armenia. And it was denied, but denied not because Armenians or Republic of Armenia or Armenian Parliament, they don't want to recognize Assyrian or Greek genocide. No, they know for sure this has happened. You know, there were some points on this issue. Some of them they were telling it was proposed by opposition party, that's why it was denied. And also I remember like a couple years ago, when it was opening of a monument, Assyrian genocide monument in Armenia, Assyrian delegation all over the world, including me, we met with Prime Minister of Republic of Armenia, Tigran Sarkisyan, and in his opinion, he told that the quality of the paper which was proposed in Armenian Parliament was not good quality. That's why it was denied. So now, majority of Armenian Parliament are Republicans, and now Republicans, with head of the Deputy Speaker Eduard Sharmazanov, they took over this project, and so. Thank God yesterday it was passed already, and we are happy for that. And also I would like to take an opportunity and to tell thank you to Armenian government, to Armenian Parliament, and also to Armenian people for all the support on this issue.
Before we go to another question, tell us about Eduard Sharmazanov. He's from a Greek background, isn't it?
Yes, he has a Greek origin. I believe his mom is Armenian also, like my mom, and his father, he's Greek. And I know him very well because we went to school together, and he's a historian like me. And yeah, he's with Greek origin. Also, I believe that helped us also in this passing this resolution, because in small countries it's always like that. When you have somebody, authority, it passing easier.
Exactly. What implication does the recognition have?
I believe first of all, it's like a moral support. Like from moral point of view, it's very important. Always during the conferences or during my speeches in Armenia, and just also in the conversation with officials, I always used to remind them that, and also I can speak very brave because I am not only Assyrian, I'm half Armenian. And when it comes to case, I also protect Armenians that way how I protect Assyrians. So that's why I am allowed to talk to them like that. I always I say that Armenian government or Armenian parliament or Armenian president, they don't have any morality to ask other countries, European countries or United States, to recognize their genocide as long as they have not recognized Assyrian and Greek genocide. When you are going to ask other countries, you have to be the first one to do it. So in this case, I believe morally we are getting as a support, like you are feeling much secured in this case. And also this gives us more like power, maybe in future, to ask any other countries, including Turkey, to recognize our genocide.
So you speak about Turkey. How will affect Turkish Armenian relations after this resolution?
So far, it's just one day. We didn't hear any reaction from yesterday, how they reacted on this question, on this issue. But Armenian and Turkish relationship, they are not good anyway. And I'm not sure this case, this bill which was passed, it is gonna be like, spoil more their relationship, because it's bad anyway. Of course, a couple years ago, there were these protocols which they were going to put in right track Armenian-Turkish relationship, but of course there were a lot of people who were against this. But right now, what I'm trying to tell, this relationship, it's not good anyway, and I'm not sure, and I'm sure it is not going to be spoiled more. But I know one thing, inside the Turkey, of course they are going to be very angry and very mad that a Republic of Armenia recognized this genocide, because today Republic of Turkey denies even Armenian genocide. So they don't want to hear about Pontic Greeks or Assyrians either. So of course I'm sure they are going to be very mad and very angry.
Exactly. Do you believe more countries will follow now after this decision?
Well, you know what? I cannot tell that one because these kind of things, they don't come out of nowhere. Has to be done a lot of work, a lot of lobbying, and it's not like, country decides and they are recognizing this kind of, because it's very responsible step for every country to do it. So I'm just gonna take this opportunity and to call all our people, Assyrians, in their own countries which they live, to follow this step and to do some lobbying, so all of them in their country they can recognize this kind of barbarities. What I'm trying to tell, I'm sorry for interruptions. What I'm trying to tell, when this is happening, not every people they understand that this comes. There is a lot of hard work behind this. It's not coming out of like nowhere. Has to be done a lot of work, a lot of lobbying, a lot of research, and next, I'm sure everybody they can do it. Just we need time, we need unity, and we need support to go for this.
Those 20 countries which recognize the Armenian genocide in the whole world, maybe it's easy for the Assyrians and Greek to be recognized there too, isn't it?
As I told, we can hope on that, but we can never rely. I believe everything, it's not coming just for nothing. Has to be done a lot of work, as I told, because it's not every country. In Armenia we say when baby cries, that time, when they hear them and they do something. So we have to scream, we have to go for that, so they can know, yes, this has happened, and we have to go recognize this.
Mm-hmm. Did the Syrian community in Armenia play any role in this adoption or in the parliament?
Yes, I cannot tell Assyrian community. Assyrian community is in very good relationship with Armenians, with Armenian government. Yeah, we are all Christians here, and we are having very good relationship with each other. But yeah, Assyrian community are always supportive with Armenian, anything what going there, and we don't have any differences between Assyrians or Armenians. But in this case, I believe when Armenian Parliament recognize Greek and Assyrian genocide, basically it was based on the research, like scholar researchers, books, and this kind of things. Because last night when Edward Sharmazanov, he was having a small interview on national TV of Armenia, he told the same thing. He told this is very responsible step for our country, and it has to based on research work. It's not just, it has to be based on human soul, or, you have to be very supportive. No, we have to have a proof, because we don't want to tomorrow Turkey or Azerbaijan, which they are, they are our neighbors. We don't want to they tell, oh, you did this kind of things because they are your brothers. We have to show them that, no, we have a proof that you killed all these people.
Mm-hmm. We saw that nowadays the relation between Assyrians and Armenians is very good. The Armenian ambassador in Sweden, Artak Abitonyan, said 1 month later that all the Assyrians are welcome in the embassy of Sweden, of Armenia in Sweden. It is their embassy too. I heard about the resolution they take in Armenian government, that all the Assyrians which reach the borders of Armenia, they have the right to stay in Armenia. They have the residence, they give me the residence, and they have all the rights, social rights, cultural rights. What do you think about this?
Well, yeah, I know about this because, you know, when about a month ago, all these things started and Islamic State start to, capture and start to kill our people in Syria. Assyrian community gave a press conference here, and personally, me, my father, and head of the community, we asked Armenian government on this issue. We asked that if it's possible, and somehow Assyrians, they can come to reach the Armenian border, they let them come in as they do for Armenians, because they see their passports, they see they are Armenians, and they can come without visa, without anything. And in couple hours, right after the interview, Armenian government friendly reacted, and they told, yes, there is no any question and there is no any doubt of it. As long as Assyrians already here without anything, we can let them in, they can live here how long they want, and we will be very supportive, which is very nice of them, I believe. Yes, our relationship always used to be very good, because we are all old and Christian countries, but now we are like brothers, because they are supportive each other, especially now when Armenia is reaching also very difficult time because of Azerbaijan war and also like economic crisis. But in this case, Assyrians also supportive to Armenians. So we always used to be like that.
Thank you a lot, Anahit, at being with us in Assyria TV. And I want to hear your final words to our audience, our viewers.
One more time, I would like to thank you for having me on your program. It's really my honor, and I'm really honored to be here and to talk to you. And also, just the only thing I wanna, to ask my people, Assyrians, in this difficult time of our life, of this period, which all this, massacres and barbarities going in Syria, in Iraq, I wanna just call everybody, be strong and be united. I'm sure one day we will get there, and one day we are gonna tell, see we rise again. So thank you so much for having me.
بسمت رابا ميقرطة أناهيت توامنن قدوة خرزديا وبطلابي خمانتيتا طالق وككل أطرايتيني جو أرمينيا خزيانا مخبة أو خرزد إديوم وهالخرزخين الدراشة بتمرخ لخون فوشون بشينا.